It was such an easy flight. Can't believe we were in New York 7 hours ago. Got to watch 3 superhero movies, eat a lot of good food and pasta, and a couple glasses of wine.
I just arrived from the US, and what I love about being in Lisbon is that in 10 minutes, I'm right at the city center.
I like to go running after a long flight because it helps with the jet lag.
My name is Paul Caioso. I'm from New York City, and I've been living here in Portugal for about 2 years now. Every time I come back, people always ask me the same questions in New York. How do you do this so often? How expensive is it to be flying back and forth from Portugal? How long does it They just assume that it's going to take 20 hours and I'm going to be stuck in customs both ways and there's not going to be a lot of flights and it's going to be so expensive. And it's kind of the exact opposite of that across the board. Like flights on tap to the New York area are super easy. They're direct. They're affordable. I think the best things about Portugal, the number one is the people.
It's also gorgeous and it has so much variety in such a small little country, but the gem of Portugal are the Portuguese.
I think, you know, especially if you're from the United States, there is no city quite like Lisbon where you can live in a small place that has lots of culture and also 45 minutes, an hour outside. You're in the middle of nature, in the middle of nowhere. The experience that the kids have had living between New York and Portugal and learning some Portuguese and learning about Portugal as a country and learning about the nature and being surrounded by the people has been truly life-changing for them in an amazing way.
We're in downtown Lisbon in Baixa, and we're going to head into the Startup Lisboa office to do some work. Let's go in.
Captivated by what I've demonstrated, I'd recommend it, just don't misapprehend it.
Lisbon has a thriving technology scene. It seems like everyone has a master's degree in computer science here. In Portugal, there is a passion of mixing creativity and technology together. So my background is in digital advertising in New York City. So primarily advertising technology, interactive video, streaming television. And when I decided that I wanted to base myself out of Europe, Lisbon was the easiest choice. It's a really easy flight, and it makes a big difference that it's only 5 hours across from the Eastern time zone instead of being 6 or even more if you work with the West Coast. Lisbon has a lot of diverse food sources from international cuisine from other countries, and they do have a lot of vegetarian restaurants, thank God.
Just got back to Lisbon, ready to get on a plane again and head right into nature. Portugal has so many natural, beautiful places to visit. I just want to visit them all. I'm so excited about this trip. My name is Ozioma. I am an international speaker and strategist. I was born in Nigeria, I was raised in New York, and I love Portugal. I love living between Portugal and the United States. I think both of the cultures have so much to offer. I love the safety that Portugal provides. I love the laid-back kind of atmosphere, as well as just the effortless beauty that the landscapes themselves just provide. For me, the more that I discover about Portugal, the more I fall in love with it. Whether it's going and experiencing the waves of Ericeira, or going and experiencing choco frito in Setúbal, or coming and visiting the Azores, or the Algarve, or Alentejo, the more that I discover, I realize that it's not just about Lisbon, it's about so much more. I really consider Portugal as a gateway for travel because I can easily get to many different countries in Europe, but I can also easily get back to New York, to California, and really travel across North America as well as through Europe. And so for me, Portugal makes it easy and accessible for me to be able to go back to New York as well as to experience all that Europe has to offer.
I'm booking a flight back to New York for some meetings and to see my family. Normally when I do that, I use the app. The reason why I've been using the app more recently is because I usually have to put my vaccination info and my test results and boarding pass on the phone, so it's just easier to use the phone for everything.
Going a million miles an hour for you. I know I'm coming in high. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You know that I'm coming through. I'm going a million miles an hour for you. I know I'm
Such a quick flight. It's not much longer than flying from Los Angeles to New York, and you're in Europe.
With so many flights going back and forth between Portugal and the US, Portugal feels more accessible than ever.